Well, Connecticut is fast becoming a film mecca. From high budget to independence, more and more filmmakers are turning to Connecticut for movie making, and that includes our next guest. He's a Connecticut native. Jack Kearney, and his short film Indian Hill was filmed in Portland, where you grew up.
Grew up in Portland.
And now you're back for this weekend's premiere. Very cool. I just want to show the cover here to the DVD. Now, the one thing that I'm noticing when I look at it, so obviously, you know, you have the whole cast of characters. Now, did you pick?
We did. We actually cast it here in Portland. We used local kids. As a matter of fact, some of them have never been in movies before because a majority of it's told in a voiceover, so they didn't have to have a lot of acting experience. And it was just, it was so weird to go back to Portland, you know, 30 years later.
Right.
And it hasn't really changed, Portland, Connecticut. It's still a nice little town. It's all families and, you know, single family houses and same little boatyard down the street.
So this is the story of you.
Yes, somewhat.
Okay, so explain why you decided to make this.
Well, I tried to make a feature about 2 years ago, and the money guy pulled out at the last minute, and I said, you know what, I need to make something small that I can pay for to show that we can make a good film. And I said, let's do this, because it was an idea that I've had for a while, and it's smaller, and we could do it, and we came up here, and it's about where we grew up down there in that little neighborhood of Gildersleeve in Portland along the river, and we had 3 consecutive hills, and Indian Hill was the biggest and baddest in the neighborhood, and when you could make it up Indian Hill with your bike without stopping, you were no longer one of the little kids.
Oh.
Big to do in the neighborhood. Big turning point. So a little coming of age deal.
So tell me what went into the process of making this film.
Well, we had the script for a long time. It was a back burner thing, and then we decided to come up and do it. And I was looking around Atlanta where I live, and I go, you know what, it just won't work if I shoot it here.
Right.
So I'm just going to go up in August, and we shot it in August, came up, and you know, we talked to some people ahead of time, make sure we can use the houses and the streets, and the town was so helpful, the town of Portland.
Of course, yeah.
You know, the mayor, well, it's not even a mayor, they have a first selectman still, Susan Bransfield, and the chief of police. I asked for a permit, you know, to do the movie. They're like, well, we don't have a process for that yet. So why don't you just call the chief of police, who's actually a lieutenant, Millardo, and just make sure he knows what streets you're going to be on and stuff. And
that's awesome. So what brings you back this weekend for this?
We're going to be doing the premiere for it.
Okay.
At the intermediate school, which used to be the Portland Middle School when I went there in the 70s. But
and it's open for everyone to come
free.
and see, and it's free. And it's tomorrow from 6 until 8 p.m. and they can meet you.
That's right. And we most of the cast.
Yeah, and most of the cast too. How many people did you have in the whole cast to begin with?
The 8 main kids that represented our clique from the neighborhood on Taylor Drive. Steve, Brandon, Hunter, Jason, Alex, Shelby, Vale, and Maisie. Yeah, I got them all.
There you go. Now, just real quick, because we're running out of time, but what did your friends think about this? Because obviously it's them too.
Actually, a lot of them I never saw as adults until this project started. And one of them I got in touch with all the way from Australia, where she lives now. Oh, wow. And I put her in touch with the actress that played her, and now they're pen pals by email.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, best of luck, Jack Kearney, and of course you can check out the film tomorrow.
See us.
All right, Joe Fury, what's happening with the weather?